Here is your July 2026 market update for Montrose and North Glendale, zip codes 91020 and 91208. And I want to lead with this headline right away because this month, it's a good one. Average home prices in Montrose are up 4% year over year. That's right, that is the strongest price growth we've seen in several months. And it's happening even as much of LA County is sitting, and some homes up to 114 days. Here in Montrose, nope, 26 days. Let's talk about it. I'm comparing July 10th, 2025 to July 10th, 2026 versus the same period the prior year. We're looking at an average sales price, price per square foot, days on market, number of homes sold, home size, and the highest price sale. And this month, I'm pulling in LA County data to give you a full picture of what's happening around us because you know what? Context matters. Average sale price in Montrose and North Glendale is $1.652 million, almost actually $1.653 million. That's up 4% from $1.588 million last year. And it's not just the average price. Price per square foot came in at $850.18, up 2% from $802.59. So buyers are paying more per foot and more overall. That's a genuine appreciation story, not a statistical quirk. Here's something else worth noting this month. The average home size that sold actually went up too, from 2,098 square feet to 2,146 square feet. That's a 2% increase. That is the opposite of what we saw in prior months. Larger homes moved this period too, which tells you the mid to upper range of the Montrose market is active and finding buyers. Let me put these numbers in context because the contrast with the broader county of LA County is pretty striking. Across all of LA County right now, the expected market time, which is the number of days to sell every active listing at the current pace, they're saying it's 114 days. That's nearly 4 months. I don't see that across the board, but yes, there are some neighborhoods that's definitely happening. In Montrose, homes are selling in 26 days on average. That's not a small difference. That is a fundamentally different market. While the county is sitting on inventory, Montrose is moving. Buyers who are finding a home here are still acting quickly and still paying at or above asking price in most cases. Let's talk about homes sold. In fact, 121 homes sold this period versus 132 last year. That's an 8% decline. I know that number sounds like a red flag, so let me put it next to the price data again. Fewer homes sold and prices went up, 4% in fact. You cannot have a demand collapse and rising prices at the same time. What you can have and what we have here is a supply constraint, which we've heard for decades here in this part of our neighborhoods. The homes that came to market and were priced correctly sold and sold quickly. The homeowners who didn't have to move didn't move. And that's the dynamic, and that's what keeps this neighborhood's value supported, even when the transaction volume is lower than it was pre-pandemic. Here's something from the county data that actually gives me optimism about where this market is headed. LA County buyer demand is measured by pending sales. That's actually up 4% compared to this time last year. More buyers are actively under contract countywide than they were a year ago. And yes, I can attest to it. This time last year, the market was flatter than flat. The buyers are out there. What's holding volume back isn't lack of interest. It's lack of inventory worth buying, and I can speak to this. I hear this all the time from my buyer clients. They're like, there's just nothing good out there. But don't worry, it's coming. That is directly relevant to Montrose. When a well-priced home hits the market here, those buyers are ready. 26 days on average, up just 2 days from 24 days last year. 2 extra days is essentially a rounding error. What matters is that Montrose homes are still selling in under 4 weeks on average compared to this crazy number they are talking about, 114 days across LA County. That ratio hasn't changed. This is still one of the fastest moving markets in the Foothill Corridor. The message for sellers hasn't changed either. Price it right from day one, present it well, and you will find a buyer quickly. The window where the market tells you whether you're priced correctly is still roughly 30 days. If you're not under contract by then, something definitely needs to change. The highest price sale came in at $3.3 million, down 9% from last year's $3.62 million. And the county data backs this up. At the LA County level, homes priced between $3 and $4 million are taking 211 days to sell. Between $2 and $3 million homes, 150 days. The luxury segment is soft county-wide, and Montrose is not immune to that. If you're priced at $2.5 million or above, you are in a different market than the rest of Montrose right now. Longer timelines, more buyer leverage, and a smaller pool of qualified buyers who are more price sensitive. Pricing strategy and preparation are at a level that need to be dialed in from the start to get buyers in this category. One more thing worth mentioning from the county data that I think is genuinely reassuring: distressed homes. Foreclosures and short sales make up just 1.3% of all listings in LA County and less than 1% of demand. That is huge. The sale to list price ratio countywide is exactly 100%, meaning homes are selling at their asking price on average, and 99.8% of all closed sales were made by sellers with equity. That's another key statistical point. This is not a distressed market. This is not 2008. The fundamentals are healthy. Sellers have equity, buyers are qualified, and the inventory shortage that has defined this market for years is still very much in place. Now let's talk about some homes that closed in the neighborhood. First one is 3770 Hillway Drive in Whiting Woods. I remember when this came on the market and I thought, this is a good deal that someone is going to grab quickly. Sure enough, 14 days on market, listed at $999K, and yes, it sold for $1.4 million. $1.4 million, that's right. Obviously, someone wanted that 18,000 square foot lot. Next is 1613 San Gabriel Avenue in Oakmont. This home is literally across the street from the Oakmont Golf Course with its backyard backing up to it. What a view, right? This sale is impressive because the home is 2 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square feet of living space, and sold for $1.65 million, $155,000 over the asking price. Now let's go to Spar Heights, 27 Buena Vista Avenue. I actually had a buyer who passed on this home because she did not believe me when I said it would go over the asking price of $1.25 million. In fact, it sold for $1.6 million and was on the market for only 9 days. I call this the power of the neighborhood talking. Rounding out the list of these robust sales, we have 2 homes in Verdugo Woodlands. 1646 San Gabriel Avenue, a beautiful Spanish, sold for $2,015,000, $220,000 over the asking price. And then 1633 Santa Barbara Avenue sold for $2.26 million, $231,000 over the asking price. Both of these homes were in escrow in just under 14 days. So, if you're a seller, July is a gift. Average prices are up 4%, price per square foot is up 2%, homes are moving in 26 days. This is a good time to be a seller in Montrose. Price it accurately, not aspirationally, and let the market do the work for you. One thing to keep in mind, we're heading into the late summer window. Buyer activity typically softens in August as families settle into back-to-school routines. If you're thinking about listing, sooner is better than waiting until fall. If you're a buyer, countywide demand is up 4% from last year, which means more competition is returning to the market. The measured pace we've had the past few months may not last, particularly if rates move lower. The $3 million plus range is your best window for a negotiation right now, but the core Montrose market remains competitive. Be ready to move. So July in a nutshell for Montrose and North Glendale: average price up 4%, price per square foot up 2%. Homes are selling in 26 days versus 114 days countrywide. Volume is down 8%, but for the right reason. Larger homes are moving this month. Luxury ceilings still soft, Market fundamentals are healthy across the board. If you want to know what your home is worth right now, or if you're a buyer trying to navigate this market, please reach out. I'm always happy to walk you through the real numbers with you. No pressure, just facts. I'll be back next month with the August update. But until then, you know where to find me. I'm Nicole with Think Real Estate. Happy to help.